Peace and love, brothers and sisters. Yours truly, Chrissy B. Motip. Welcome to another edition of the Chrissy B. Motip show here on YouTube, around the world. I want to say thank you before I go, and thank you to all of you who subscribed. Our subscription is rising. It's continuing to grow. Thank you for your comments of our previous videos and for your likes, and some of the things you've said to me is really been really humbling, and I really thank you so much for some of the things you've said and some of the compliments you paid me for the videos and for the content in the videos. And that's why I say you stay with us, because we've got a lot of answers. You know, we do our research. We've got a lot of people around us. It's not just me, because you see me here doing the videos, but I've got a massive team around me who help with the pictures and the graphics and some of the research I do. Others have helped me as well. And even though I read a lot and I am where I am, as some of you know who I am and what I do, it's still a team of us. So I say thank you to all of my team. Thank you to you out there who keep us going and give us the encouragement and the drive to keep on doing great works. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, which is Chrissy B. Motip. Click on the like button, click on the bell for you to get notifications whenever we release our videos. And as I said, leave your comments down below. Let us know what you think and feel. Leave your suggestions. You can even put down the suggestions for videos I could post to YouTube, and I'll sit down and think about it and do some research around it. So do that as well. Share them around your social media network, and just like it, man, just like it. So here we are again, once again, brothers and sisters, talking about the situation we're in. That situation with George Floyd really touched me last week, and I was listening to a friend of mine on the radio. It was yesterday morning, Tuesday morning, the blackout yesterday, which was the 1st of June, and no, sorry, the 2nd of June, yesterday. Yes, today's Wednesday, yeah. And he was saying that, you know, with the situation around George Floyd, with the death of George Floyd, apparently there was 5 camera angles. I see 2 angles, because I saw the bit where leading up to the incident where he was in a car, and I think the police officer was beating him up or abusing him, certainly. And then he came out of the car. It was edited, and then he was handcuffed, and then I don't know. He left from there to the bit where he was now next to the car, and then there's another bit where he was down on the floor. And I never knew that there was actually 3 police officers, as well as the guy, the killer, the pig who killed him, who actually kneeled on his neck and killed him. There's another 2 police officers. There's one holding his foot down and one on his back. I never knew this, because from the angle I saw it from, the incident is here, and the camera angle was about here. So the car, and he was over there, and then the camera angle where we normally see it from is about here, isn't it? I never realized that, because behind the car, because you can't see behind the car, you know, because the car was obscuring the 2 other police officers who were sitting on him. All you saw was the front bit of him, where the officer who killed him, who kneeled on his neck, who killed him. You only seen that bit, and you can see his head at the front of the car. But there's another 2 police officers, one at the back of him holding his foot down so he couldn't escape, I presume, and another one was sitting on his back so he couldn't move. And of course you got the one who killed him, the one we could see from our camera, from the usual camera angle from this bit, you know, kneeling on him. And there was another police officer who was standing and watching it. I'm hearing so many things. I'm hearing so many things that even the police officer who was standing was apparently, I think it's something along the lines of his wife was, I think his wife knew the guy who knew George Floyd. And I've been hearing so many things, so many different stories. I don't want to get into them, because a lot of it is, at the moment, hearsay. I don't know if it's true. I've got to do some more research to see if it's true or not, and I'll find out if it's true or not. And so, brothers and sisters, I say to you out there, take care. If you're going to march with diplomacy, as I said to you before. March with peacefulness. March, have your thinking cap on, but don't let up, because we have to let the fire keep burning, because this is enough now, and enough is enough, and we can't take it anymore. And you know, we're tired. Those are the 3 of the things that we're tired. Enough is enough. I can't take it no more. Those are the 3 things I've been hearing a lot around the social media network, and a lot of black celebrities have actually followed suit and said the same thing. They can't take it anymore. Enough is enough. And so we've got to keep fighting the fight. Our ancestors open up the door for us. They went through a lot of persecutions, so we've got to challenge that frustration and anger, but we're going to do it in a diplomatic way, because we know that we're people. We've been, our backs have been against that war for a very long time now, and so because our backs have been against that wall, we're fed up of being showing love. It's good to show love, but there comes a time when you're gonna kind of like ease down with the love and just go brutal, because these people, all they know is violence. So we're going to fight violence with violence. If that's all they know, we're going to give it to them that way, you see. And as I said to you before, and I said in my previous video, we're going to set up a system which breaks away from their system, and we're going to have our own system. And they're not going to like it, because we're dependent on our finances, our capital, to build their economy, to boost their economy and to build their economy, because we're the biggest consumers. But enough is enough, and we've got to... There's no room for sentiment anymore. Sentiment has now gone out the window. Sentiment is now gone out the window. And so we have to break away. There's going to be something different now. There's going to be a different policy, a different mindset, a different gameplay. A game, as I said on Facebook about 3 months ago, it's a game. But a lot of black people didn't know how to play the game. But now, I think we're beginning to learn, because of what happened with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. We're learning now fast how to play that game, and that game is to break away from white supremacy and set up our own structure, our own economy, our own system, like the Jews have done, you know. It's all about people power. Like I said, we're the ones who are going to make the change. They won't make the change, because whoever they have in charge, their governments around the world are all corrupt. Yeah, they're black to say that the leaders in all the African countries are corrupt. Like with Mugabe, do you remember when Mugabe was alive? All they spoke about was Mugabe. Mugabe was the devil. Mugabe was Satan. Mugabe was this. Mugabe was that. But because Mugabe never bowed down to them, Mugabe wanted to keep the land for his people in Zimbabwe. You know, early on, I heard that he was bowing down to the white man, but afterwards, when he got to realize that wasn't the way to go, he started to resist them. They'll come into Zimbabwe, have talks with him, and he would just never bow to their policies and to their reasonings. He broke away and he said, "No, I want the land for my people," and as a result, he became a hero. You see, even though he stayed on too long, because we all know that he stayed on about maybe, I don't know, 10-15 years too long. You know, but he was still the man, and he led the way. And we just hope that there's many other leaders out there like Mugabe, because there's not many. I like the Ghanaian president. I like what he's saying. Because he's inserting a back to Ghana movement, the year of return, which was, I think, year before last. And let's hope that that's still there. There's even a situation in Ethiopia where Haile Selassie left a lot of land for blacks in the diaspora, you know, to go back. Shashamaliland it's called in Ethiopia. And I'm hearing things that somebody said the other day that it's now no longer valid, and that the current government have now turned against that policy, and they've now written that policy out of any legislation and laws for blacks in the diaspora to go to Ethiopia and take up residency there. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about. There's not going to be many leaders. Mugabe was one of the few that led the way. Kwame Nkrumah was another one in Africa. He set up Africa. He made them independent, and it made it possible for others to go there, to people from the diaspora to go over and take up residency. People like Stevie Wonder has a house there. Frankie Paul, the late great reggae star, was out there. Rita Marley has a house out there, and there's others I've heard of as well. And so that's the way to go. Build our own economy. Break away from the racist, corrupt white supremacist system where white privilege is the order of the day. Break away from that. Set up our own and start trading with Africa. I've mentioned this many times. I've been an advocate for it as a stance Garveyite, that we must look to Africa, you know, for the future, and build our own economy and break away from their corrupt racist system where our people keep getting killed and murdered on the streets and in police custody, and not just that, you know. I've got a friend who says we're the last to be hired and the first to be fired. So we're the last people to be hired for a job and the first to be fired. And it's so true, you know. And there's so many things over the years, so many evidences over the years to show us that the only way to go is to break away from these people and to do our own thing. It's so easy, but it has to be done. It can be done with peak power and a collectiveness and a collective spirit. Anyway, brothers and sisters, another thing I want to say before I forget, don't worry about the teachings. The teachings will come. You know, the musical teachings, the historical teachings, all that will come. At the moment, people's heads are not in the right place for me to start, you know, teaching about these things, about Kemet, about music, about history. As you know, that is my forte, because I'm a historian. But at the moment, people need to hear these things. They need to hear about how we're going to move forward. People need to hear about what's happening at the moment, and what's going on out there. And at the moment, our souls have been torn by what we're seeing at the moment in the media, with the deaths of especially George Floyd, but also Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. You know, and there's been others as well. And so we have to talk to one another at this moment in time, to uplift one another and to show one another what's, you know, where we must go. I'm all about solutions. As a very great friend of mine once said, you're either part of the problem, you're part of the solution. You see, there's no in between, there's no middle ground. So it's either you're going to fix this problem, help us to fix this problem, or just get out, just bugger off, because you're part of the problem. And that's where we lie right now. That's where you lie. You know, there's no two ways about it. And so, brothers and sisters, you take care of yourselves. As I said, don't forget to subscribe, share all the videos, like them, leave your comments down below. As always, we give thanks. I can't talk today. I've been doing a lot of talking lately, and my mouth is very dry. Anyway, brothers and sisters, love you all very much. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.